What is up, everyone? So I am out here in Vermont at Wilson Castle, and I am not alone. I am here. You'll see him shortly with Reed, of course, my great travel buddy. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you were able to come out, and I am so impressed with this place. Even just rolling up, my jaw dropped. And honestly, it's great. You can probably hear it too. It started raining as soon as we pulled up, I kid you not. So, and it's a thunderstorm too. So we're dealing with a lot of energy here, guys, tonight. So I'm excited. We had just finished up with our tour, and thank you, Andy. You'll see him in just a minute, giving us a tour and kind of giving a rundown of the history as well as some of the paranormal that has been, caught and seen here. We have one hell of a night here, guys, and it's gonna be great. So, hope you guys enjoy. And here is Wilson Castle.
Everything started here back in 1885. It was for Dr. John Johnson and his wife Sarah Robbins. The doctor was a native Vermonter. He owned property across his family, the cornfield from here, and then Sarah was an English lady of nobility or possible royalty. And the money in order to build the castle came from her and her parents, and they got their money from owning quite a few coal mines. So the doctor, being a holistic medicine healer, he met Sarah over in Europe, realized she was very wealthy, and brought her here. They hired 50 European craftsmen to build the home, of which Englishmen did all the masonry and block work, Germans hand carved all the wood, and then Italians were employed to hand paint the ceilings. So the doctor had spent $1.3 million of her family's money, and that's back then. So today it's anywhere around $30 to $50 million in that range. They moved in, they had a son at the time named Elliot, born in 1889. He was their second born. They did lose their firstborn son, Leslie, to spinal meningitis just 6 months after birth. They employed a staff, quite a large one, of 39 people, and then all the costs for that family to be here were funded by her parents over in Europe. And they did this for 8 years. So in 1900, her dad said enough was enough and cut the funds off. And when the doctor found out about it, he was very upset, packed a few bags, walked out the doors, and never came back. He left his wife and his son here. Elliot was 11 years old at the time, and they left a couple weeks later. He went to Boston and then settled in Connecticut. The castle was then bought and sold numerous times. It was a beauty school for a brief time in the 1930s, and then it was sold last to Colonel Wilson, who wrote a check to the town of Proctor for just $12,000, which today would be $250,000. They lived in it privately until 1962, and that's when the colonel retired from the military. He was a colonel in the U.S. Army and did a lot in communications. He opened the castle for guests to enjoy, but his family continued to live in here up until fairly recently in 2009. It is owned and operated by Denise, who's the granddaughter of Colonel Wilson, who took it over at that point. A little bit about the castle itself. It's 13,000 square feet. 13 fireplaces, 32 rooms, 10 bedrooms, and 8 bathrooms. And you can see still with the sun, there's 84 stained and etched glass windows throughout the house. So stained glass is one of the highlights. This is the library here. It was the billiards room in the time of the Johnsons, and we did discover that the pool table upstairs was under the lamp here. This is the drawing room here, so the ladies would have kind of congregated on this side. In here, everything was brought in by the Wilsons. He traveled the world fixing, building, and installing radio stations and transmission lines all over the world. And we gather some of these items in lieu of payment. So we do have the statue in the middle of the table. Her name is Helena. When I was little, I used to think it was solid gold, so I was obsessed with her. It's 22 pennyweight gold, so it's bronze dipped in liquid gold. We've got a crown jewel case over here, which is one of our more iconic pieces. One of just 3 that was ever built. And then of note is the chair right here next to you guys. That was gifted to Colonel Wilson by Pope Pius XII for getting the Vatican's radio station back up in operation. Everyone has slightly different experiences while they're here. It does seem to be that the first floor would be the least active of each of the 3 floors. However, each space does get a little bit of activity. So in here specifically, we've had some guests report feeling a presence of an older lady in this corner, and it's interesting because Mrs. Wilson used to sit over in this corner, and she would watch the front door and clutch her purse. So she really kept an eye on the door, but our guests would not have ever known that. So Denise, it was funny when she told us that. It was like our jaw dropped. So we did just have a guest that was here to film earlier in the spring, and they experienced the music box turning on by itself. Now he wasn't here at all when this happened. There was cameras filming the entire castle. It was cold, so they were off-site in a hotel. This happened in the very, very early morning hours, so like 4 o'clock. And it was interesting because during the video, we kind of like, I'm trying to debunk things and trying to figure out exactly like what caused that to have happened. And I could not seem to figure out why the music box would have played for a solid 30 seconds. So the only way to get it to stop is to let it wind itself out. There's no other way. There's not a stop button. And when it played for him, it went that full 30 seconds. Now, generally, if it skips a little bit, it'll only go a couple tones. So I'll play it for you, and you can see that it's a very, very like amazing, sweet sounding song. But if this plays by itself in the middle of the night, I would run out. Right?
Yeah.
I'd be gone.
The oldest items in the house on display are the 4 scrolls. They're about 900 years old.
900 years. Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine, like, if the artists are still, like, attached to any of
That
these
would be pretty
pieces?
wild. That's 900 years. You don't find stuff like that. Like,
It's a time capsule. It's a neat place.
that doesn't, stuff like that just does not get left behind. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
So the window here at the end of the hall does allow us to be a castle and not just a mansion or a manor. So you need turrets, parapets, and a coat of arms window. And this one does face north, and the sun will never directly touch it.
Huh.
And it doesn't produce its own shadow. And the artisans painted the shadow of the design into the window.
Oh,
This is
wow.
one of my favorite aspects of it. But there's the all-seeing eye up above. That's kind of watching the front door. We're gonna head right up to the second floor. The second floor seems to be the most active space. So I do want to make sure you guys see the third floor before the sun totally goes down. So we're gonna kind of head up there first, and then we'll work our way down to the most active spaces.
Sounds good.
Third floor, guys, is kind of interesting because you weren't told this when you were here last, but we did find out some recent information on this entire floor. This was all the attic until 1920. So the only part that existed for the original owners was the part that we're standing in. And the room at the top of the stairs was for the bunk room for the servants. Now, everything beyond this door right here was the attic, and you would walk across rafters and there'd be no walls. So in 1920, they had finished it off up here and they added the flooring, the rooms, and the walls and everything. But it was for expansion, so when the family grew in size, they could grow up into the house with more rooms instead of growing out.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like now we build an addition, but that back then, this house was designed to expand into.
Right.
So this was all the newest kind of area of the house. And we'll do kind of the loop around.
Oh, it is hot.
Yeah. So it is set up for photography and for investigations. So we do not do our historical tours on this floor. But our goal in our renovations up here is to stop any further damage, but to leave the aesthetics exactly like you see. So the peeling wallpaper, the exposed plaster, we do like that, and we want to retain that. We're going to pass through a bathroom into one of the most infamous rooms in the house, and it's the ballroom. So the next room was intended to be the ballroom. Now, it was never really used for that purpose because the only way to get up to this floor is through the staff quarters. But in here, there's a couple balconies, there's a few closets, and then we have the transport casket. So this was given to us as a Halloween prop for the annual haunted tours that we used to do. And it sat just in storage upstairs, at the top of the stairs. Now when the paranormal community discovered the castle, that's when it kind of found its permanent home in this spot. But it was used to transport quite a few dead bodies. So when you passed away, the funeral home would pick your body up and place you in this. And then this would get emptied and then put back in the hearse for the next person. So it doesn't have a connection to the castle itself, but it's been here for quite a few years, just used as one of our props, and they throw a skeleton in there and call it a day. But now it's become a very famous item for this space, and people take pictures of it. As far as the haunting goes on the 3rd floor, this is the second most active space, and that seems to be the consensus with most of the groups here. Now, up here, it is thought that Sarah, who runs kind of the house, it is thought that she runs a spiritual orphanage up here. And by that, there's lots of children's spirits that may not have found a place, and she's giving them that place. There does seem to be an entity up here that doesn't want you here, right? And he's been described as being a little bit taller, slender, and can follow people around. So I've only experienced kind of feeling that once in the entire time that I've been up here, multiple times over many, many years.
Okay.
So, and at the time I did feel like he was following us, it was already turned dark. The group that had come for the evening arrived a little bit later. And generally I like to bring you guys up here before it gets dark because there's no power that works here.
Okay, yeah.
So the 3rd floor is devoid of any working electricity. We aren't going to go up any further, but believe it or not, the castle has a true attic above this floor. So it's only in the middle section of the home. There's nothing up there besides bats and a couple random buckets. So that's kind of behind the door we're going to pass through next. Now, you could pass right through here and not even look and see, and it's kind of semi-hidden.
Okay.
So.
Well, Reed, we know bats.
Kinda. Oh my gosh, at Penhurst I almost got killed by a bat. Wait, right in front of my face.
So you may experience that tonight.
Oh shit!
So this is the main section of the 2nd floor. It is where the majority of the activity seems to be in the castle, but you guys can investigate everywhere, decide for yourself. That's the beauty of the castle, is there is stuff that happens kind of everywhere. It's not just one section, but it does seem to concentrate in this area. So if I were to tell you guys, in my opinion, the paranormal highway, or where it seems to concentrate the most, it's the teal bedroom behind you, this pool hall, and then Sarah's room in front of us. Sarah's room historically has been the most active space. So how everything came about here at the castle as far as its reputation of being haunted is in the 1970s, guests would start reporting to the various tour guides that they'd see a lady looking out the windows in this pink bedroom, or they'd sense a sadness or a heaviness that they didn't get anywhere else, just in that space. So over the course of the decades, that was told to every one of the tour guides. Now the tour guides were always told, do not talk about the ghosts or it being haunted, shove it under the rug, right? So there were a couple reasons for that. One, Mrs. Wilson, Helen, was a Christian scientist, and ghosts were not part of her religion at all. Two, they just weren't. Two, he didn't want his family to be afraid to live here. And then he didn't want guests to be afraid to visit. And it was not appropriate at the time. So we actually believe he could have created the rumor of a secret passageway in order to deflect attention away from it being haunted. So if you were to ask him about the ghosts, he could quickly divert your attention to something equally as interesting. He knew more than he was ever willing to say. So we believe that he truly believed that this place was active. He would get it blessed by a Catholic priest every single year before it opened, and they weren't Catholic. So if that tells you something, we don't do that anymore. And this is who we refer to kind of as our frequent flyers. So these guys seem to be here quite often. you're willing to make contact with them. Sarah Robbins, the main spirit, will head into her room now. So we're very blessed to have the original bed sets for the 2 master bedrooms. So this was Sarah's bed and her dresser. We do have a closet back here. Now the closet is thought to be a portal, so it is allowing others to come and go as they choose. Now I had no idea what a portal was when it was first described to me. So they had just mentioned that think of a bank building with the revolving door that's just allowing them to come and go and just constantly spinning. So that's in my mind how I see that space here. But it is thought that Sarah watches over that and keeps an eye on it and makes sure nothing bad comes out of it. Take pictures. So use the mirrors in these bedrooms, snap 3 pictures in a row, and some of our guests have gotten some amazing photos that can't really be explained. So in some of these instances, more specifically this one here, I know the lady taking the photo. I know it was at 9:30 at night, and I know for a fact that one, she didn't Photoshop it because she can't. And it does appear that there's a little boy looking out the window, and you can see his feet and then his socks being reflected off the floor, or his feet being reflected on the shiny floor. And that was taken fairly recently, just maybe 3 Octobers ago. And then this one next to it,
Oh, that
She's blown
one's
up version.
crazy.
that one still can't really be figured out. And let me pull up while you guys are, because for your viewers, it might make more sense to show you the non-blown up version.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy. What?
And we did.
So that was taken right here in this window.
Yeah, I mean,
This
the
mirror.
child was standing right in front of the mirror, yeah. And we blurred them out for their privacy, of course, but.
That's wild. I mean, you can still see her just standing back there. I look at the clothing too. I mean, it matches, like time frames.
Yeah.
That's wild. She's just looking at the windows.
You see, one of the things is the black dress with the white collar.
Yeah.
So in a couple of the rooms, you'll see that we have a black dress with a white collar, and I think there is some correlation to that, but they're unsure as to who
Well,
that necessarily is.
This is Sarah's. You said,
Correct.
right? Didn't you say earlier that guests were seeing Sarah out, like looking out the window?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that picture makes total sense with the stories that were told back in the 70s. That's crazy.
It could be, and so it's thought that the reason why this room might have a little bit of sadness or a heaviness, and that she may be longing and looking out those windows, is they lost their firstborn son, Leslie. Now, Leslie didn't pass in this house. They didn't move in here until 5 years after that date. But the theory is that when Sarah and John did move into this house, that she was very distraught over the loss of that boy.
Mm-hmm.
And that at a certain point, she realized that her husband was purely using her for her money and did not love her. So she really didn't have the best of times, it's thought, here in the United States. Now, we don't really know a ton of these specific details about the Johnsons, so they're very, very tricky to find out. Her husband John's room is the next one, and you'll see it's quite a bit bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, we were sitting at that round table where we heard the talking under us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And a lot of guests do report hearing a conversation or hearing music off in the distance and not being able to decipher any of where it's coming from or what it is being said. I've actually had 2 guests in the last couple of years, 2 groups, that have said that they heard me talking in the morning down in the hallway, early in the morning, like at 6:30, right? And I don't ever show up until like 9 o'clock. One of the theories is that, and I mentioned it upstairs, Sarah seems to be the main spirit in this house, and she loves all the attention that she's getting. So she's become more liked in death than she ever was when she was here, right? And one of the reasons for that is when they were alive and living in this house, no one in this town liked them. They didn't buy anything locally from anyone, and they didn't hire anyone locally to work on the house or to build the house. So they were just throwing wealth in people's faces. So it wasn't until 100 years post her death even, it's thought that people really started to embrace her and that side of the castle here. So we breathed kind of a new life into her and the Johnsons, where for a long time no one ever mentioned them. So she loves all this. She loves you guys coming. Again, it's like, sit down, I have a story to tell you. Her husband, his spirit is said to be here, doesn't like any of this, hates people coming into this house, thinks this is his castle, but it's Wilson Castle, and that upsets him. Now, he does not wear the pants in the relationship. She does. So she towers over him, and he has no control over anything here.
Is this newspaper like authentic?
They both are.
Oh my.
Wow.
So the New York Times is actually older than the Herald. The Times is from 1866. And the Rutland Herald, we found up on the 3rd floor, and we thought it was too interesting to leave up there. And we included it in the tour. And the reason is because Colonel Wilson left New York City. He feared that New York was a target for World War II. And World War II hadn't started yet, but he feared a war was about to start. So they were on 5th Avenue, and he left 5th Avenue to come here. And when they did arrive here, they actually, when the war started, had the place ready for 60 people to leave New York to come up here and refuge in Vermont. So bed linens, rations for food, everything for 60 people to live in the castle for a brief time.
Wow.
So when Hitler was declared dead, that obviously was such a world-changing event for the better, but it did allow the Wilsons to not need the castle for that purpose anymore. So, but yeah, from 1945, and then the Herald or the New York Times was found in the trunk when it was given to us, and it's from 1866. Like wild. That
wild.
Stuff exists like that. So this bedroom is also another fairly active space, and has always kind of held that reputation. Now, this was Colonel Wilson and Helen's private bedroom, so even with the castle open for guests to enjoy, this room was always kept private, and it didn't open until the mid-80s for guests. Because of that, it still actually has its original carpet, so every single room on this floor was carpeted back when they had built it. Okay. And we're above the music room, so same shape. The black dress in the closet is one of our superstitious items, so it does remain in that closet. And some of our guests have taken photos of spirits they believe is in something very, very similar to that. So we do have one of a lady that seems to be looking out the window there. I'll pull that up for you guys. And I'll kind of expand it as I'm talking to you guys about it. But it was the same gentleman and his son, believe it or not, right? So you see the black dress in the closet, and then you see what it looks like.
A woman standing with that black dress.
And she's in that doorway right there. So when they tried to recreate the photo, because we do encourage that. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
I want people to pick apart these. That seems to be where she was standing. Well, lastly, I just want to thank you guys so much for coming. Again, without the support from the paranormal community, places like this, specifically the castle, would not exist still. So
thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome. Do you guys have any questions at all for us?
I don't think so. I think I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
I'm good.
I'm excited.
Keep up to date with us on Facebook and Instagram. We post progress for restoration. So again, the whole goal is just to keep the place up and going, and to welcome you guys in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I can't wait for it.
Okay.
Good luck.
It'll be good.
Excited. And I just want to take a chance, not only to thank you guys for watching, because that allows me to come out to places like this, but also to, of course, to the people, running Wilson Castle. Incredible people, guys. Definitely show them some love and support. And if you get the chance, come and check out this place yourself. If not for an investigation, for at least a tour. They offer a bunch of different things, so go ahead and check them out.
Like, I don't know about you, Aaron, but like that break right there, it hit my soul. You know what I mean?
I'm feeling good. And guys, unfortunately I couldn't show you because my camera's not good in the dark. There are fireflies out, and I haven't seen fireflies in Rhode Island in a hot minute, so this is... I feel good. Nature.
Also, you know what makes this night even better? This is our first investigation since the Boston Celtics are your NBA champions.
That's right.
Which me and Aaron were actually at TD Garden for 20,000 people on the streets.
It was nuts, guys.
20,000.
Nuts.
Boston on top.
Sea of people. Guys, if you're not a Celtics fan, what are you doing?
What are you?
Boston Celtics, let's go! All right. So
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Estes.
I think Estes is going to be really good over here. I think
Estes.
whoever's doing Estes should sit right there.
That was my plan. I was thinking about it, and I want to do it first.
You want to do it first? Okay.
Yeah, I'm volunteering myself, unfortunately, but yes, I think I want it. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I have nominated myself to be the first victim of the Estes. You hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're ready.
We got some hype going on. Let's go.
So I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Yes.
I've never seen the heat signatures do that. So I'm going to be doing the Estes first. I'm just going to sit down on that couch where people apparently have seen somebody sitting there. So this is going to be fun. I'm excited. Trying to think where to put my camera. Oh. Actually not that bad at all. Alright, you guys can hear how loud this is. It's pretty loud.
Yep.
Good to go.
All right. So, to the spirits of Wilson Castle, hello.
I am.
You are what?
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hey.
Hey, okay. How many are here right now?
Haunt Henry?
Haunt Henry. We're going to Fort William Henry. But how many spirits are haunting this place? Yes.
I see you.
You see me? Really? Can you show me yourself?
Not today.
No? Okay.
Do you see? See.
No, you'd have to set off one of the REM pods.
In the shade?
In the shade.
Intimate? That's a really bad word.
Oh. Is this Sarah?
I'll get her?
Okay. Thank you.
Honey? Thank you. Find her.
Wow, okay.
Lady walking
Lady walking.
around. What?
Oh my god. That
What?
just set off. First of all,
the
I
bell?
asked for Sarah, and then you were like, I'll go get her. And then lady walking around, and then that dinged.
What, the bell?
Yeah.
Alright.
Is that... Sarah, are you here now? Is that you announcing yourself?
Calm.
Okay, I can calm down. Sorry. It's just really exciting. It's the bell is new. Purchase what?
My name is Greg.
Greg. Okay.
Grimace. Insert. Exactly. Are you ready for me? Communicate. Game.
Game? You want to play a game?
Running around.
You're running around.
Window. Clear as
Win-
day. Window. Fall.
Did you fall out of a window?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
7.
Are you 7 years old?
Mimic. 12. 20 feet. 0. 0.
Zero. What does zero mean?
Ow.
Ow. Yeah, falling out of a window would hurt.
What?
20 feet. Oh my god. Are there children with Sarah right now? I heard that.
Hi there.
Hello.
Paul.
Paul. I'm speaking to Paul
His
now?
name. Ethan.
Ethan.
Mammal?
Mammal.
Mammal is like a southern way to say grandmother. Quiet. Execution. Off with his head, get out now? What the f?
Off with whose head?
One. Ukraine. Anybody. Persians.
Persian. What? I mean, there's a lot.
Tapping. Back. Everything.
I mean, there's a lot.
Around.
Are you
Tapping.
Are you connected to one
Legs.
of the objects or art pieces?
President.
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 Is this the colonel? Is the colonel here?
It was me. Hello.
Hello, Colonel. So yeah, you were helping to keep Eisenhower and the president connected?
Awkward.
I was a
Maybe.
Maybe. I studied communications when I was in school.
It was.
It was
Difficult.
difficult. I believe it. I believe it back then.
Mr. President.
It was it's difficult
It was
now.
real. Yes, sir.
Oh wow, that's going off.
I saw a lot.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Information. Marines.
Marines.
The Army. Running.
Yeah.
Losing sight.
Was this during World War
Left
II?
them.
Was this in the fight against Germany?
The captain. Little boy. Special. Hero.
Are you talking about the bomb?
Years. In there.
The little boy and the fat man?
I went east.
You went east. Japan?
East.
The Japanese? Or no, east. No, east would have been...
Euro.
European? The European.
December.
December.
December. Mighty. I set up screens.
Screens? For what?
Officer East.
Officer East. Could you give me an exact location?
Colonel.
Colonel. Colonel Wilson.
Let's talk. I told you a lot.
Yeah, I've told us a lot so far.
Dude, I you not. It just said the Maginot.
The Maginot?
It just said the Maginot. For those of you that have no idea what the Maginot Line is, it was the biggest defense point for France. And according to what he was saying, doesn't know for sure, but he believes that this colonel was part of World War II.
Yeah.
I hear the Maginot, I instantly think of the Maginot. We play Hearts of Iron, that's the thing. Like, the Maginot Line, you can't break. So, like, this is just weird to me. Deploy.
Deploy. Were you worried about
Grenade us.
Grenade us. Oh my.
I addressed it.
Wait.
For miles. Is it Guten?
Guten.
Good. What the
You know a little German? Colonel, can you speak?
Crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. Listen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening. I think Reed might be having some
I need it. It's a good game.
It's a good game? What game? Hearts of Iron? It is a good game.
Quiet. Come on. New age. Man up.
It is a new age.
Radio.
We're technically
I can hear this.
Yeah. Technically talking through a radio right now.
I gave it to you.
That's badass. That's really cool. So you worked on radios?
Terminate AA.
Like
I need them. 200 of them.
anti-air?
Yep.
You need them on the front line or you need them destroyed?
We need to catch the plane.
You need to catch the plane?
Contracts. It was on video. Biden.
I
think that was just radio.
What was your service like? Where were you?
Murphy Corpse?
I know about Murphy's Law.
News.
There's news upstairs. By the way, I want to just say thank you for talking with us, seriously. Lieutenant
Murphy. I knew him.
Again.
Honor.
Cool. Is Lieutenant Murphy what Murphy's Law refers to?
Class. He's crazy. Killed.
Lieutenant Murphy was?
A lot. Okay, I'm starting to understand like kind of what they're saying now.
Okay.
So like I hear Lieutenant Murphy, right?
Yeah. Is that I asked but I wasn't sure. Was Murphy's Law any connection between that and the Lieutenant Murphy? Also, this bell keeps going off, dude.
Lieutenant Murphy has a story, dude.
What?
Lieutenant Murphy's got a story.
Who is Lieutenant Murphy?
So I kind of pieced it together. Oh, my camera light died. Oh, well. Lieutenant Murphy. He said Lieutenant Murphy killed a lot.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that. So I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm taking the headphones off. I need to figure this out. Audie Murphy, who was born June 20th, 1925.
Yep.
Awards: Distinguished Service Cross, Purple Heart, Legion of Merit, the Silver Star, the War Merit Cross, and the Medal of Honor. How many confirmed kills does Lieutenant Murphy have? 241 confirmed kills by him. That's just what they know.
Who is Lieutenant Murphy?
I have no idea.
Where is he from?
Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Audie Murphy. I need to do some research. He's an American soldier, actor, and songwriter.
Huh.
He was widely celebrated as the most decorated soldier at the time, I guess. Murphy died. Oh, shit. We need to find the plane. Lieutenant Murphy died in the crash of a private plane.
Oh my God.
In 1971, near Roanoke, Virginia. Is buried in section 46 just across from the Memorial Amphitheater. A special flagstone walkway has been constructed to accommodate the large number of people who stop to pay their respects to this hero. Who is the most decorated military person of all time? Lieutenant Audie Murphy.
Oh my God.
Was highly decorated soldier. On September 21st, 1945, Audie went to Hollywood at the invitation of movie star James Cagney. Didn't he mention that, James Cagney? Didn't he say Cagney? I'm going to have to go back and look at that footage, but I remember him saying Cagney. He battled PTSD, eventually losing most of the money he made in Hollywood through bad investments and gambling. Yep, December 22nd, 1944, the 3rd Battalion, 15th Infantry had been pressing the attack on Benware all day against a ferocious German resistance. Item Company had jumped off at 7:40 with 2 tanks of 2nd Platoon. B Company, 756 Tank Battalion in lead and immediately hit artillery and small arms fire. The company moved on in less than 1.5 hours, entered Benware. The 1st platoon was one of the attacking elements, but after advancing 70 yards, it came under effective fire of a German machine gun, MG-42. This strong point was well placed that it completely blocked 1st platoon's advance. PFC Travis, one of the riflemen, became creeping and crawling under the grazing fire directly towards the gun. Despite this almost certain death, Travis got about 20 yards closer to the machine gun position and threw a hand grenade into it. The explosion killed or wounded all 6 Germans on the gun and remained silent.
All right, we are rocking and rolling.
I mean, dude, that's fucking...
Guys.
Oh
my
That's enough
God.
for me, man. Like, dude, this is crazy.
He's ready to keep going.
Oh my God. Yo, Kirby.
So we can begin again?
No, hold on. My camera's dead. Guys, he just killed my battery.
Study.
He just killed my battery.
Where's Reed?
I gotta
Going?
get my battery.
I have news. He's...
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. My camera battery just died. It was almost full.
That?
I'm back. We started the session with Aaron now. And they said, can we begin
Talk.
again? Where's Reed going? I'm here. I'm here. My camera died.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We approached them on...
Where did you approach them?
to something.
You approached them to... Do you remember where they were?
Doctor offered the sick.
Doctor offered the sick. What do you mean?
Medicine?
Doctor,
Treatment?
Doctor offered sick medicine? He offered treatment?
I swear I just heard 9! Also, sorry if that was loud.
So he offered treatment. Did he offer treatment to German soldiers? Or did you guys suffer any attrition? Were you guys suffering at all?
Killed?
Did the doctor...
6?
Did the
Merciless.
Did the doctor kill 6 people in a disgusting way?
I'd count 5. Hero.
So 5 were heroes.
Winter moved south.
Winter, you moved south. Do you know what whereabouts you moved into? There's a few options here. You have Italy. You could have gone through to Munich. Do you know where you could have been? You could have been in Stuttgart, the Rhine, and Cologne. There's a lot of places you could have been.
Purchased more food.
You had to purchase more food in the city. Paris was left untouched by the Germans. Were you guys able to buy food?
Speak up.
Were you guys able to purchase food when you were in France?
James. Something dark. Going to keep gun.
Did you keep your gun from World War II? Colonel?
By an old.
You kept your gun by an old what?
It was against. Who's this? Larry, out of the way.
We're talking to each other. Where was it?
Where is he?
Where did you leave?
Campaign.
The campaign's over. Do you know that the war is over?
Radio.
Yeah.
Created.
You did. You helped create what we use today.
New.
Yeah, you've helped a lot with that. Yeah, how about that little cassette player over there, that radio? Could you go play with it really quick? There's a REM pod on top of it.
I think I got it was really jumbled with a lot of things, but I managed to keep from, and then I just got out. Bold gal. Up.
Both gal up. Do you want us to go upstairs?
On guard.
You're on guard? Is that something that you did here? Because I know you had this place as kind of a World War II hideout when you were in New York.
At ease. Landry.
At ease, Landry.
School company.
School company?
First something east.
First something east?
I think it was First Division East.
Are you talking about the first... Hold on, I think I know what you're referring
Mission
to.
2.
Hold on.
Kill.
First... Armored Division.
Kelly, settle down. Just skedaddle.
Are you talking about the first Armored Division?
Dude, there's so many voices coming through.
There's some... It's leading up to something. It's kind of like he was going around something, and then he went like radios.
From Wilson's.
He went like he was going on. So he said radios. He started talking about radios, how he created it basically. He started talking about First Division, like going east to kill. So I know what First Division he's referring to. They were in the east, but they weren't where he was. They were doing something else to... I don't know if the plan was to meet up with them, but they were part of something else in the east.
Okay.
They were part of the North Africa campaign, first Armored, Old Ironside.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. So you're talking about the first Armored.
Roanoke.
Roanoke, yep, Virginia. That's where Murphy was born. You're talking about the first Armored. What was
something out? Helping out.
They were helping out a lot. Do you know where they were helping?
Teaching them.
You trained with them? I know you were a big logistics guy, and you were a big radio guy.
On the fence?
So, did you help with the radios and the tanks with the first
Jason
Armored?
said to me.
Is that what you helped with? Did you help with the tanks? And the radios?
All of them.
All of them, okay. Can you tell me what your MOS was? What your job was when you were in the Army? This will say a lot.
One more.
What was your MOS?
And yet all. We did it.
You did it all? Well, you went to basic training and
Right.
and you picked a job Do you remember what job you picked?
Something about mountain and safety.
Mountain?
They're burning.
Were you like a mountaineer kind of troop? Were you, did you go to mountain school? And did you do stuff like that, Colonel?
Definitely.
I heard that. So you went to mountain school. That's awesome. I know a few people that have been to mountain school. That's awesome.
We'll leave it to motor. Plenty.
Motor, plenty.
Doctors there.
Motor, plenty of doctors there.
May.
May, when? When?
Hey. That sounded like a young girl.
Hello.
Something about no. Speak something. Speak and then
Who are we talking to?
Leave?
Where should
Leave
we,
or I think leave.
Where should we go? You tell us where to go. This is your house.
Trusted.
Oh, there's
Fun.
a bat. Oh, there's a bat. Oh, no.
What?
It's Pennhurst Part 2, dude. Oh,
What?
oh, whoa.
We got bats, guys.
Dude, so it was funny because I was about to end my recording and look because I thought I saw something white go over your head, like in the back, and I was like, oh my god, I need to check. And then I saw a fucking bat, and I was like, no, dude. God. Oh, we gotta do this. Oh, no. We gotta do this again, dude? Are you fucking serious? Dude, we really? We gotta do this shit again. So, they're not... After that first part, they didn't really say too much. Other than the young girl coming in and saying leave. That's really all that we got new.
Maybe that's
Maybe
they're like, hey, there's a bat, leave.
Maybe that is what it is. Because it was actually after you said leave where I was like, oh my god, I think I need to check my camera.
Huh.
Dude, he is zooming right now.
I don't know. Maybe we should turn on a light in here?
Yeah, I think we should turn on the lights in the hallway.
Well, yeah, so I think turn on a few lights, but like leave like some dark areas so that he'll hang out in the dark area in a dark room. I'm telling you right now, there's gonna be something flying around up here.
No, not a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a
Super chance.
Do we turn the lights off in here?
Do you feel brave enough to risk it?
Why not?
All right.
Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's do it.
Put it right here. There we go. It's primed and oh wow. This is the room, which is where all the a bunch of the pictures got taken. Hello.
Only one of them got taken.
Oh, I thought there was two from this room.
No, there's one.
Is that you? Is that you who was in the picture? Could you set that off if that's who we're talking to? The woman in the picture? If this is not the woman in the picture, could you set off the REM pod? Okay.
So it's not the woman.
Not the one in the picture. Thank you for clarifying. There we go.
There.
Dead bell over there.
We're looking good to go, man.
Yeah. All right.
Where's it at? Oh,
Oh, hello.
black dress.
Yeah.
Sarah? Sarah, if that's you, can you set that red off one more time? Please? Can you go touch your dress? I'll take that as a yes. I'll take
Yeah.
that as Sarah. Hey,
Hello, Sarah. Do you want to do this method?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Good to go.
All right. Sarah, are you in here with us?
It's her.
It's her. Hey, what's up, Sarah? Oh. I don't know if you guys on the camera saw
In the
that.
back?
Yeah.
What?
A bat in the back.
No, there's a bat?
Yeah, it flew across.
Oh, Alright, we're not sleeping here, dude. I'm not sleeping up here. No. I heard it in the back.
Yeah, and I watched it. I was like, I saw it and went, oh, I don't know if you guys saw it. And then I heard you said in the back.
Oh.
Are there a lot of bats in here, Sarah? Do you guys get a lot of bats?
Answer me. 20.
20 what? Or 20 bats? Are there 20 bats in this building? Or do you want to play ask?
You're right.
Oh, what the f? What? Did somebody else write that? Who
What
wrote?
does that say?
It says hello.
I really hope somebody else wrote that.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's HELLO. It's kind of hard to see, but
I see it.
yeah. Well, let me see if I can. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the camera.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
So-
I really hope somebody else wrote that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a confirmation now. Sarah, did someone on your side write that?
Mirrors.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just looking at the
What do you
mirror.
see?
Someone wrote hello on the mirror.
Is it me?
My
Name.
Your name? I only see hello. Are you going to write your name on the mirror?
Michael.
Michael.
Incredible.
What's incredible?
Out.
Out?
Out.
You want us out?
It won't hurt.
What won't hurt?
Yes, sir.
Is the colonel here as well? Sarah, are you still here with me?
Jesus.
Jesus is nice.
Bury me down.
Bury you down? Trail.
Join faith.
Join faith. Interesting.
At 9:30.
At 9:30? You know, that's usually when, at least as far as I'm aware, that's usually when most churches have their have one of their masses. It's not the earliest mass, but it is an early mass. For me, I like to sleep in. So Sarah, were you a Christian?
Go north.
Go north. What's north? Oh, he's checking the... What?
That way's north.
Okay, that way's north.
Like,
That ding.
directly that way. Like, you're right.
Should I go over here?
With me,
You're over here?
people. Come here.
Right here by your dress?
Play with myself? This is taking a weird turn.
Ah.
Ooh. What?
What the f?
What happened? What happened? What happened?
I don't know what that was.
What? Did something fall on top of the dress?
No.
What was it?
No, it was like a noise, like a rumbling. Like a...
What?
What the f?
All I heard was like play with myself, and I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah, it was like, come over here. And then you said, it was like over here, and then you said play with myself. And then I'm like, oh. And then you went, boo. And I went, ah. And then I heard. Alright, guys, so we are going to try and brave the 3rd floor. We're going to scout it out. But we're fully expecting bats. So we are going to be very extra careful. We're going light. Oh, okay, reach is going up.
I'm nervous about this.
I mean, if you don't think we should go up.
Nah, dude, we're already here. Can't say no now.
Huh?
The possibility of bats pretty high.
I'm gonna...
Not really.
I'm gonna be as strategic as I can. Oh, yeah. Up there. That way.
Ow. He flew left.
Yeah.
I'm balling, dude. Content. I'm balling. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, he's in here now. I see him. There he is. Oh, God. Oh, there's 2 of them. Wait, no, there's only 1. I'm tripping. Oh. Oh, shit.
Close the door behind you.
Close the door. Did you see that kamikaze, dude? So, we've declared her floor is not an option.
Which is a shame.
That was good. That was good content. That was great content. Why are there so many bats?
I asked how many bats there were on the property, like in the house, and you said 20.
Oh my god.
All right, people. So we have made it to 3 a.m. the witching hour, and well, unfortunately, we can't go upstairs. There's too many bats flying around, as you saw earlier. So we're not gonna risk that, and getting, I don't know, bit by something. We are instead going to finish up our investigation of Wilson Castle here in Sarah's room at 3 a.m.
Oh my god. There we go.
There we go. Witching hour indeed. Hello. Nice to meet you.
I'm definitely gonna take a step outside and try to feel that cold weather.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, hello. Now this is, as we said earlier, supposed to be a portal. Is that someone new stepping in? Could you set something off if that's someone new? You're already setting the REM pod off. Oh, cool. Well, welcome to the party. And since, Sarah supposedly vibe checks, and says, if you're okay to come through or not. I'm going to do the Estes method with my back to the portal. Obviously, we have the dead bell right there because we've been getting some pretty decent stuff with that. We got the REM pod set up. So we're going to see if anyone's, coming through and see if we can talk with Sarah a little bit more. She's, coming, playing air traffic control. So let's see what the witching hour brings. Get up.
Okay. Where are we going?
Walk 500.
500 what? 500 feet, miles, centimeters? Where are we going?
Into our road.
You want us to walk into the road?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I guess me and Aaron are going to walk out to the road after this. Do you want us to leave?
How's it coming through?
I mean, we're not getting like too much. Like there were a few names. Kind of try to ask like who they were. Didn't really get an answer. And then you said your hand, and I'm like, that's funny because I was rubbing my hand up against like that, like orange like tether. Yeah. And it says like keep out holding for, and so you're like get up. Okay. And then you said walk 5,000. I think you said walk 5,000 twice, and I'm like. 5,000 what? Miles, feet, centimeters? Like,
yeah.
And then you said walk 500. And I'm like, 500? And then you said to our road. And I'm like, well, I guess me and Aaron are walking out to the road later. I was like so lost. I was like, what? Yeah. And then that's kind of where it ended.
Do you think maybe it's the physical? I mean, we can ask, but I mean, do you think it's the physical road or do you think they mean that?
It said 500. So, I mean, it makes me think outside.
Yeah.
So.
An investigation outside.
I'm not opposed to going outside.
Yeah.
I'll take that right now. Yeah, so I mean I'm curious what they mean.
Yeah, do we want to do an Estes method outside?
We could try. I mean it's just like they could be directing it two separate ways. They're either saying there's someone outside that would want to talk or leave. So it could be one or the other.
Yeah.
But we can try it outside if you want.
Sure.
So I'm trying to think about 500. 500 feet. A little bit more than this.
Alright. I'm a little bit more concerned about wildlife.
Yeah, we'll be alright. We are also in the middle of fucking Vermont. So who really knows what's out here?
Yeah. I should have a super flashlight in my bag back in the house if we want to grab that.
Oh, you have that fucking. I remember what flashlight you sent. That will be pretty.
Right.
A little bit further, and it's about 500. I'd say right about here is about 500 feet.
Alright, I'll hand the camera off to you then.
Yay!
Alright. You are the man of light.
I can see you perfectly.
I won't be able to see anything. I won't be able to...
You get a flashlight.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So guys, the castle is over there. We are here. We're about... Oh. We're about 500. Sam. Is your name Sam? We were told to come out here 500 feet around the driveway,
What
so...
are you?
We are guests here at the Wilson Castle.
Away.
Actually, I can't tell. Is it
Go,
raining?
get away.
We were told to come out here to talk with someone.
In shadow.
You're in the
Standing by.
You're standing by the shadows. Well, there's a lot of shadows out here.
It's watching.
What's it's? Who is that?
It tries to hide.
Who are we? What are we talking about? Who tries to hide? Or what tries to hide? Fucking mosquitoes and moths are gonna become a problem.
What are you doing?
We were told to come outside 500 feet down the driveway. This is about 500 feet. Because
It's stomach pains.
I have some pretty bad stomach pain.
What's up?
I got some pretty bad stomach pain. It just keeps saying like, what are you doing? And I keep asking like, who's it? What's it? And they're just not answering.
Huh. Attack them.
Alright, let's not do that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, mosquitoes attack us? No. It's just too fucking... I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's put us on a wild goose chase. I almost want to say it's the kids messing with us, but like, I don't know.
You know how crazy it's gonna be to like, if we look up at the house and we see something, like someone in the window.
I'll be out. I'll be gone. Sorry, Denise.
I just got boo.
That would be terrifying, dude. That would be terrifying.
Alright. Well, that was interesting. I don't know what it refers to. Maybe it is just the kids having fun now.
Maybe. I don't know. Too many mosquitoes, too many moths, too many bats.
Alright, everyone. So that's going to wrap tonight up. That is Wilson Castle in Vermont. And like I said earlier, my God, this place is beautiful. The history, pretty freaking cool. And then I'd say we had a pretty good night, all things considered.
So, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of cool information coming through. Stuff that we were able to corroborate. So it is now 3:40 in the morning, and we're gonna catch some Z's before heading off to our next destination. And so I say I will see you guys again in Lake George. Have fun, guys. See ya. Thank you for watching.